let's get on to what the prompt is for today. And it is zombie frogs. I am very excited to do a collab with the absolutely talented, wonderful Chantal from Darkest Raven Designs. We are going to be doing a collab with this horror prompt book. So I'm very excited. She's got the same book and we wanted to do a horror prompt collab. So this is the prompt that we decided on doing in the book. Now please, after this video, please hop across to Chantal's channel. I will have a link in the description below on how to get to her channel. Please go and look at her wonderful stuff. She does dioramas, she does polymer clay stuff. It's just chef's kiss, everything on her channel. I watch every video from Chantal because I'm a huge fan of Chantal. One thing I love doing, and that is watching channels that create things from scratch, and like I watch a lot of channels like that. So yeah, I just love it. All right, let's get into this collab. Let's go. So what I did was I did a little bit of brainstorming in my own time. I wanted to get this right because this is a collab, and I'd sort of, you know, that's one idea. But the one that I did in my sketchbook was this sort of really quick sketch that I had an idea for having this main zombie frog crawling up over a rock, squashing this one. This is also a zombie. And then having this one, like he's stepping on this one as well. And it's also a zombie. And he's just like, oh, he's just, yeah. He's just a really mean frog. Like he's just a really mean zombie frog. So yeah, that's my idea. So what I'm going to do is just refine it. Like I tried to refine it here. I sort of thought, oh bugger it, instead of drawing it, doing another sketch again, I'll just draw it straight onto the bit of paper that I'm going to be using. Now also, what I'm going to do is, Chantal sent me these watercolors quite a few months ago for me to try. They are an Eraldo di Paolo watercolor, just samples that she has sent me to try. So yeah, I'm going to be using these for this illustration, this watercolor illustration today, and give these a crack and see how they go. It was so good to get back into watercolor again after doing that Inktober, and I know I have said that I would prefer to be doing, you know, I was leaning more towards doing ink drawings more than watercolor, but no, I have really learned that I really love my watercolor, and watercolor is exactly what I want to do. So yeah, no, I will definitely be doing some more ink drawings, but it won't be my main focus anymore like I wanted it to be. So you might have heard me say in the Inktober video yesterday that I was not putting in another video until next Thursday, but I completely lied. I just didn't cater for that in that video. I did do that Inktober video a bit ahead of time, so I wasn't sure when the collab video was going to be coming out. So that is why I said those dates. So yes, I was very excited when me and Chantal decided to do the zombie frogs prompt, and I sort of left it in Chantal's court because she was going to be doing an actual 3D model for this one. So I wanted her to pick, because I'm down for any of the prompts, I wanted her to pick something that she could mold into a 3D little thing. That's what was picked, and I was absolutely overjoyed with the prompts. So yes, with these watercolor paints, I did a quick swatch, because when I first got them sent to me by Chantal, I did a swatch on the top row, and that was all I done because I was a bit busy at the time, and then I never revisited that. So I done a quick swatch in this video for all those watercolors, and like, I must admit, they are absolutely beautiful watercolors. And I was so happy to be able to use my skull palette that I custom made myself. And hey, for all you new subscribers that have joined me recently, if you want to check out that video on how I made that skull palette, was only with 2 ingredients, I will have I'll have the link up in the top right corner for you to click on if you want to go and check that out. So yeah, so the story, like always with these illustrations that I do, this one is obviously zombie frogs, and the 2 little frogs that the big one is stepping on have been zombies for quite a while, and they have been able to cope with being a zombie frog. Now the big boy that's climbing over these frogs and is not looking very happy, and he's got these mushrooms growing out of him. He has just turned into a zombie frog, and he's not coping well at all, and it hasn't worked well for him at all either. It's doing something completely different to him than it has with the other frogs, and it's kind of eating away his flesh. He's sort of mutated into, like, with all these like mushrooms popping out of him, and he's just overall not having a good time, and it has not gelled with him good at all. So yeah, he's going to die a pretty quick death because yeah, he's just one of those frogs that hasn't taken to being a zombie very well. And yeah, he's expanding, and he's bloating, and he's turning all sorts of shades of messed up, and then it's just going to destroy him. These Eraldo di Paolo watercolors, they really went onto this paper really well, and I was really impressed with them. And I don't know, they just sort of really mixed well, and they are quite an expensive watercolor. Like, they're up there in price. For a set of 24 tubes, I think it was, would set you back about, I think it was about around $65 to $70. And the watercolor pans are about, that was on special. So usually they're about $140, that's Australian. And the pans are up there as well. Like, you get the pan watercolors in the hundreds of dollars as well. So they are a really pretty good quality watercolor, and I can definitely tell that. And honestly, to be completely honest with you, and I know I say this with every watercolor review that I do, but hands down, these are the best watercolors that I own at the moment right now. These shit all over everything that I currently have. So yeah, they're currently on special, but I'm sort of in a little bit of a conflicted area, because I've just been throwing money into the wind, basically buying so many art supplies that I've got to the point where I have to sort of stop. And now that I really want these watercolor tubes, I can't have them because they're so expensive. So yeah, I don't know what to do there. I don't know how long the special's going to be on for, but I'm just gonna have to hold off for the time being. But hey, these samples that Chantal sent me, they're gonna go a long way, because yeah, a little goes a a long way with these. So they're so good, but definitely they are a really nice watercolor. Now, I don't think you can get these from Amazon or any place like that. As far as I know, you can get them on eBay, but you will pay pretty big prices for them. But they're just sold at a Riot store here in Australia. I've got no Riot stores near me at all. I think there's one in Brisbane. Brisbane is the closest city to me, but even that's still a 3.5 hour drive away. So yeah, I had actually never heard of Riot until Chantal was telling me about them. So yeah, I've been very blessed to have Chantal send me quite a few art supplies from Riot with their paper and their watercolors, and I'm so thankful for that because they really are a good quality art supply, and do definitely recommend them to any of the Aussies that are watching these videos, and you want a good quality watercolor. By all means, go head over to the Riot Arts and Crafts online store and go check them out and see what you think. So yeah. Anyway, I'm finishing up this piece now. I really enjoyed doing this. I really love this illustration, and I can't even believe I'm actually saying that I absolutely really love this, something that I've done. And yeah, I had so much fun with this, and I had so much fun doing this collab with Chantal. I absolutely love her stuff. You just please go over and check her channel out because she just does the best work and the best dioramas in miniatures, and even her journals. Oh my god, check out her Etsy store for her custom made journals. They are unreal. So yeah, that's it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.